All right, so we are on our way. Well on our way. And let's go to I don't even know what page I'm on right now. Let me see. Trade. Control. That. And then my tags. Bing, bing, bing. Where are those tags that I had to say? Oh, there we are. All right. Now we're looking good. We're looking real good. Oh boy, it's already doing things. It's a gap up, but it's not a complete engulfing, so we'll see. Got about 2 minutes. Okay. But it's up like 6%. We'll have to go and see what the other one is up. So damn. So it's party time. Party time on your boy. The level we were looking at for breaking is 1172. Okay. Good morning, Donnell. Here watching NVIDIA. It's got some pretty good news. And then I also saw news, but I don't know what the news is on that one. NVIDIA, they are ramping up their robotics. They're up 7%. Noose is up 65%, though. Let's go look at that news. Actually, this is my scan that I'm looking at right now. These two are leading the day. Noose is a small cap, though. Let's go see what it's talking about. Well, let's see, since I already got this pulled up. NVIDIA accelerates humanoid robotics development. And And so they're pushing new systems to get even more human robotics. So I think that's going to be big news on today. We'll look at the charts. I've already kind of identified some levels, but haven't put the put anything on the charts yet. Let's go to news real quick. Newsy. Last news was on May 2nd. What? Why is this thing even up? Okay, so that is irrelevant. One of the things that I have been seeing over the past couple of weeks, I've gotten pretty lax not trading things with catalysts because I was trading the inverses and things like that, kind of using the SPY, and I did trade PayPal yesterday, which did receive some earnings and things like that, but it just did not do what I wanted it to do. Speaking of PayPal, let's go over here and look at PYPL. So I actually got in yesterday looking for it to break higher and hold the 64s. It dropped and it stopped me out. And then it rose back up and now it gapped up to 65.19, which is insane. So didn't really get the moves that I wanted on this one, but I mean it gapped up the next day. I'm not gonna trade it today because it's not. Let me see what the volume's looking like. I don't think it's gonna be a setup for a day trade. PYPL. Oh my goodness, that volume's light. So volume today only 400,000 in comparison to some of these that have 10K already in the bag. So we'll focus on where the eyes are. Nvidia is going to be where the eyes are. News doesn't have any news since May 2nd. Any press releases, so I don't know why that's up. It may just be a pump stock, but I'm gonna focus in on Nvidia for sure today. The levels that I was talking about on Nvidia though, so out here it ended yesterday in a hard red motion down to the $103, and it gapped back up over 110. So pretty big gap up for Nvidia on that news, but the news is warranted, or the gap was warranted because of the news. So what I was looking at is, I know it's in a downtrend, and this is one of the things I saw on PayPal. Yes, or was it PayPal or when I traded TQQQ? That's what it was. I was trading this one. It was in a downtrend, and it just did not do what I wanted it to do. Today, though, Nvidia actually has catalyst to turn it around. So I'm thinking it's going to be a pretty good player today. We'll see if it can explode. And I don't know if I'm going to be waiting that first 30 minutes on this one. I kind of want to, just to see what that first 15-minute does. But I don't know. With this catalyst, I don't want to get too excited and be like, oh yeah, human robotics jump in and gets torched. So I may give it a little bit of time, but I want to see where those ATRs go and if it can get up to some bullish ATRs and look for a break on so on the daily. This is the break that I was looking for. Where's my maximize sell? We have this engulf. If it comes up here and breaks, what is this? This is the 1150s where it's testing right now. And then the top of this candle is the what, 112s. So I'm really looking for it to trade within this level and get through it. And that's on the daily chart. But I hope it doesn't do it so fast that I'm like, oh man, I missed something. I missed something crazy because X, Y, and Z. Now it does have a $6 ATR. So if I were to, as it opens up and if I were to get in within the first 30 minutes, it has a range of $6 per day. So we can look back yesterday, move from 111 down here to 101. So definitely $6 and a little bit, right? And so it came down here and formed the bottom at 102s, and it is looking to get towards this engulfing point up here around the 111s, 171s. This is where I really want to see it trade within and hold within. So I want to see it come up here, attack this level, and do a pullback above this level on Nvidia today. It also has a beta of 171. Good morning, Lori Lee. Donnell says scan is lame in small caps. Yeah, yeah. We'll see what happens. I mean, it looks like Nvidia has most of the volume today, starting off the bandwagon strong. But yeah, making its way up to this zone that I'm looking at, and I want to see it. I really don't want it to go up here yet, but I think it is going to in the next 30 minutes. It's going to hit this, and it's going to have to prove that it can hold above what 1150, 1150, and continue higher. Yesterday's ATR was up there at the 113s. So it could get up there. It's only a $4 move. It's got a $6 ATR. So that's an easy move for it to make it back up here to this these ATR highs up here of yesterday. ATR lows right here at 110.26 closing yesterday. So we'll see what it wants to hold here. But looking bullish and has great news behind it. So 15 million shares before pre-market even ends. Yep, getting on up to that level, hitting at 1150 right there. And the SPY as well is moving up. Oh, I wasn't showing you that one. The SPY as well is moving up. So we got Max, and we see from yesterday the SPY faded off and then reclaimed all of what it had lost, almost back up to the 150. So the SPY is in favor of this as well. So I'm liking what I'm seeing across the board to go long on Nvidia. Oops. Good morning, Mike D. I'm watching Nvidia today. They got Catalyst. They're up 7%. 15 million shares, $6 ATR. Getting plenty of volume before the day even starts. It may even be, it may be what 50 million shares traded on this thing by the end of the day or more, going towards 100 with that catalyst. All right, so tapping this level, and this is actually the volume profile top level right there at that 150 that we saw in the monthly. So if it can hold that, it's going to be looking pretty good. The point of control is right here at the 110.42. And then we have the previous day's ATR lows were at this 110. So it needs to hold up this $1.50 above 110 to remain bullish. And we'll see where the ATRs are in about 20 something minutes. But it continues to play above this 150 level. I mean, not 150, 1150 level. $111.50. In other news, we do have, if you were playing the inverses or you were playing things that were going with the SPY, SOXL is another one that is on watch for me, but it does not have as much volume as Nvidia. So I really am watching Nvidia because it has catalysts. So it kind of outweighs SOLX, but SOLX follows the SPY very closely. So the SPY is going up, SOLX is, well, yeah, it follows it super close because it's a 4. So the scale goes from -5 all the way up to +5 with 0 in the middle. The more positive it is, the stronger it follows the SPY. And so we can see Nvidia has a 1.71, so it's positive. So it may not follow it strongly, but the sentiment is upward for it. We'll see what that does on the open. Be watching hard and heavy. But I don't want to get joked into something and then it wants to play around back to this point of control, which is the 110. So I'm gonna give it a little bit of time to continue and maybe come back to these levels, or maybe it just explodes out of the open. I don't know what it's gonna do. It's getting up to the 71s right there, back to the bottom. And I also want to look at candle structure as well. Like this is a dollar what dollar? This is a 75-cent move on this candle right here. And so it would need to just continue to hold, continue to just go sideways and then make its next move higher. But looking like it wants to get up to that 1112 level on NVIDIA. I saw that low floater noose, NUZE, but it doesn't have any catalyst, so I really wasn't interested in it. I'm trying to focus back into those stocks that are green on the day. They're gapping. They have a catalyst. This one looks like it's going towards the 112s. 80-cent move here. And still has plenty of room to go. Now, starting from where it was in the aftermarket, let's see, 102 all the way up to the 111s, it has made a full ATR move. It's almost made two, actually, because $6, that's almost a 12. So from down all the way up, it's already made its ATR. So I want to see it form some type of support. It's a big, big move on that gap up. Really not even a gap up because it had trading through here, but it doesn't have a true gap. Just traded up and kind of just looking at holding here. It is almost 8:15. Mike D says you bought 4 puts and calls on AMD yesterday. Let me look at AMD, what they got going on over there. AMD, yeah, they're charting over here. They are definitely closed yesterday at 138, popped back up over here at almost to the 150s. But hard downtrend already. Do they have a catalyst in the way? Let me see, AMD. AMD reports second quarter financial results. AMD president Victor Ping to retire. They're acquiring Silo AI. Okay. And that's another thing. We've been seeing so much with AI. I was like, man, NVIDIA coming out with this humanoid AI. I'm wondering how well it's going to do. Like, can it just grind up today? It is at the top of the range, though. We'll see if it reverses off of this top and test this 110 level. I don't even know if it could dump that much. It might, I don't know. Basically where it started yesterday, actually. Dumped from here late yesterday. So I'm wondering if it did this on the first day, dump, would it really repeat this on today? Another dump like this is my question. And let's see if it can just hold up that 110 beautifully. Top side, the high up here where it faced resistance was 111.82. If it does a pullback within this bar, though, within the 110s, I'll be very interested in buying to see if it can recover and get back over the 1182s if it comes down. I don't even know if it's going to give a pullback. Okay, there's a little pullback, slight pullback to 1150s. And if this thing does fail, I will go on and probably go with XOXL on today. If it does just doesn't not want to do anything for us. TQQ, man, this is one that I traded the other day as well. Following the SPY, got chopped out of it on, what was it, this day, looking for this break. Didn't really wait for a complete break of the ATR high. I was like, okay, it came up, it broke this, made it all the way back. It can definitely break this. And yeah, it didn't break it on that day. It actually dumped the next day. So I'm glad I was not holding that for a swing. and but it's back up here to the top, and looking kind of bullish. But again, volume right now, eyes are on Nvidia, so that's where my focus is too. Through another wick up here, it's another wick towards the 1182s. Okay, 1182, 1150, and then we got down here at the 10s. Little zone of struggle back around the 1120s where all of these wicks are. Anyway, if you guys are seeing anything else on the morning other than Nvidia or some of these other ones, oh, Mike D says a lot of people were stopped out yesterday. Yeah, I got stopped because the SPY looked like it was about to be bullish. I was like, okay, SPY's bullish. I'm gonna go ahead and jump in PayPal. It has catalyst. It's following the SPY reverse. I was like, all right, whatever, cool. So if the SPY, let's look at the SPY actually on the 15-minute. So we got this SPY out here. I felt so good yesterday when it looked like this and then bloop. So I'm wondering, like I said, patience pays off sometimes in the market. So if it did this move one time, right, what's the probability of it doing a move this drastic again today? And I'm thinking that probability is kind of low. I think it's more bullish than bearish today. After seeing a failure like this and allowing people to get in and buy and do all that stuff, for it to make another drastic move down like this, I'm not seeing it. I'm thinking bullish. Even ARM is up today after a downgrade. Yep. And what's the beta on ARM? Let me look at the beta real quick. Beta on ARM is 3.20. Look how high that beta is. So out of 0 to 5, it's kind of getting close to 5. It follows the SPY pretty closely right there. So that's why that's that gap up. Okay. And let's go look at ARM as well. How much volume is on that? ARM has pretty low volume today, but it is following the SPY. So what in the world did I ARMPX? I want ARM. All right, so yeah, off this bottom, it looks just like the SPY, really. If we look at this, these two double bottoms, and then we come over here and look at the SPY from yesterday. Look at that, double bottom, bloop, bloop, and then we're, so that high beta is definitely holding the reins right there. We got about 10 minutes to the bell. And seeing Nvidia do its thing, doing a little pullback action here. Did not try to engulf this complete candle, which is down to the 199, which would be about $1 risk if I were to just get in at open. I would say, hey, I'll get in small and say, hey, just don't lose me $1. Like I'll take 25 shares and just see what happens. But could get a better pullback than what it's currently showing. And it's kind of going back and forth in here, kind of chopping from the 1180s down here to the 1150s. So a 30-cent chop factory right now. It needs to make a decision. And I'm pretty sure if it makes a decision to break 1182, a lot of people are going to hit that buy button right here, especially after it failed twice here. It's giving more and more confirmation that there's some type of resistance here that keeps coming into play into the open. And yeah, it might go ahead and break it. Pushing back up there again after the first failure, but this candle hasn't closed yet. Very close. Very, very close. All right. SPY is still red though, so wondering will this be a slow follower of the SPY? If the SPY does a pullback first, I'm gonna watch it, and then if the SPY starts looking bullish again, I'm real interested in Nvidia. Yep, looks like it wants to break. 82s, 83s. There's a little pop out. 84s, yeah. That's 86, yeah. So it's making that decision to stay above that 1157, above the volume area there. Ooh, nice little snatch back in there. Probably stop some folks out breaking down that quick. Interesting. Will this thing be a chop factory? SPY isn't moving much either. What's the volume on the SPY? SPY has only 1 million shares traded on it. Not looking great. Where are the people that are interested in the SPY rather than Nvidia? Because the SPY has been hot like the last 5-6 days. All right, so I like this. Looks like it's getting ready for a pullback. We have about 7 minutes to the bell. I like this. So I'll let this first 15 minutes play out. And I want to see it hold within the body of this 15-minute candle. So I don't want to see it break down 1111s. SPY coming on down, coming below 549. Low volume. So checking back in with that 1150. Would I buy pins after this gap down? Let me see where pins is. Pins. Let's look at the larger time frame. Let's look at the monthly here. So pins was once up at 89 bucks, came down. Is it going for a gap fill? It's got $2 before this gap fill here. Or actually, wait, let me check the price. Oh, it's not S 37 anymore. It did gap fill. So the gap was down here to 34.39. I don't know. I would kind of give it a second because this monthly could be the start of a nice little downtrend on it. So I would probably let this month, well, this month is about to close today, but it's going to get a new one and it's already got this nice momentum downward. So I would wonder what actually is the catalyst causing that fallout. So let's go to pins. Let's go to Pinterest. Yeah, pins. Okay. So maybe they had some not so good results. They had second quarter results come out in July 16 on July 16th. So let's see when this fallout actually happened. What date was it? Did it start? July 9th, July 16th, it kind of traded around and then it dropped. Okay, so yeah, it has some pretty downwards motion in it, what it looks like. So I'm just going off what I see right now. I don't really know exactly what was in the results that would cause that, but interesting. We're going up on Nvidia. We are going up on Nvidia. It's about to open. We're about to get the ATRs out here. And I'm also watching SOXL, but because the SPY doesn't have a whole lot of catalysts, I'm not too into SOXL. More people need to get interested in the SPY and push it in one direction or the other. But Nvidia though, Nvidia is not super dependent on it. We're watching Nvidia go ballistic. It's got 18 million shares on it. It does have a catalyst on today. So it is up, up, and away. It is engulfing the whole candle back here. I believe, well, let me look back over here. We got about 2 minutes left. On the monthly chart, has the body of this candle at 123s, 120s, previous body, then 113.67, which is an easy move for it with a $6. It has a $6 ATR. But with it getting extended like this, I'm gonna probably have to wait for a pullback. Had one candle. This may be a 3-bar play where it continues higher, but at this point, it's just popping up, man. It's just popping up. Not giving a whole lot of time on this extension. 2 minutes left to the open, though. We're about to get the ATRs out here. Wow. That actually popped the top of that. I think 1383. Was that it? 1346. So 1380s. 1367 is the top of that level where I just marked the top of the weekly level. So maybe it'll give a pullback and then try to break this level of the 1367. But we're about to get the open. It's up 8% on the day. I like it. Almost 20 million shares on this one. The news on it was they're building more humanoid robotics. They're putting more money into humanoid robotics. So, we've been seeing AI all over the place and blah, blah, blah. But yeah. Coming back down to the 12s through that little wick out there. About 50 seconds and we'll see what happens here. Very bullish move out of the open though. So I'm thinking maybe it's due for a pullback after this extension. It ran from 102, did small consolidation up to 109, small consolidation up here to 110, and it reached the top of yesterday's ATRs, and the weekly high here is the 1367 that it's almost touched. But it definitely needs to stay above 110s today. Don't want to see it under 110. 10 seconds left to the open. $20 million shares traded. Just got the open there. Okay, ATR highs. Oh my gosh, straight up to the ATR highs, which was the 1393. Pop back down. Nice, nice, nice. Popping back under those ATR highs. Let's see if it can show us any red here. Or will it hold this? It's looking like it's holding. Can it hold above the ATR high here of the 1338? That's where I'll be looking for it to get back up to for the break of this level. So we're going to give it some time on the day. Trying to pull back a little bit. Pulling back to the ATR lows there. But still in the ATR high level of yesterday. So the ATR high was right here at 1225s. And then it just went over. So we'll just see what's going on. What's going on? This is the first. This is why I was scared to be the first one in. Like at the open, be excited about the news, buy this thing, and get clapped like this. That's what I was like. I don't know. Let's look at the SPY. The SPY is also showing some red here. And let's see if the any more volume came in. So SPY big moves down. So Nvidia big move down. And it's gonna, I don't even know if the SPY can get back up from this, but TQQs are probably gonna be an upwards play because of SPY, or actually, was it TQQ? TQQ goes up with the SPY, and then SQQs goes inverse. Yeah, that's it. All right, so yeah, Nvidia definitely getting pumped in the face right there. Punched in the face, rather. Interesting pull up. But based on the SPY, though, I don't know about this one. I don't know about this one. SOXL going down with the SPY. Noose was another one without a catalyst that was up 66%, but it doesn't have news since May 2nd. So I was kind of confused on why it was up so much. All right, so we're down to 11 11s. We wanted to hold those 11 10s, but the SPY is breaking on down and not giving it a breath of fresh air in the first 15 minutes. Let's look at SOXL, see where SOXS, I mean, down 12%. No way I'm trading that. It's already red on the day. I traded that the last time it was red on the day, and it actually reversed and just went down heavy. I was like, bruh, don't, why? Why though? All right, Nvidia pulling back. It did a little bit. Well, it broke both sides of this previous pre-market candle, but the decision is looking like it's to the downside. The bottom here was the 110.91. Point of control is at 11.53 is where it needs to hold up, and it's kind of struggling right there at 11.53 under the ATR lows on the day. Noose going on down. SOXL. Nothing with that volume that is really picking up as of yet. SQQs, this one is an inverse of the SPY as well. 45 cent ATR. So normally moves 45 cents on the average day. Okay, Nvidia popping back up, but still has not proved this point yet back over these 112s. Reliable is calling out go-to, and I think he called out some other stuff too. Let me see. You took two fields on Microsoft, and then Donnell called out SH or LSH. Let me look at those. Microsoft. Okay, Microsoft, you took two fields on that one at 396. Well, you're definitely up there. And then LS. We're getting some more stuff popping on the scans too. I'm about to flip over to the scans real quick. All right, LHS under the ATR highs there. How much volume is on that one? LSH has almost 10 million shares traded on it. Let's see what else. LS rig. Rig, I've looked at. New contract is very bullish for rig. Transocean rig is coming down to $5 after trying to break out there. And then let's see, rig, then go to GOTO, GOTU. Okay, all right, there we go. All right, go to, this one may not be a day trade, but it may be something else. It may be a swing for him. Let's jump over here to the scans here and see what we got. So new still in here with the biggest percent gain, but SOXL, a lot of volume here, up 12%. Nvidia continues to struggle around those lows. AMD is also up, but not seeing a whole lot of green motion out of that one either. Serve just refuses to die. This is the one that went up to like 25, $30 and came back down to 15. TQQ coming back up as the SPY starts to fall. TQQ, just not a whole lot of volume on it, but it may do something bullish, but I'm just not seeing it today. Qs, everything's like around the ATR lows. Nothing really broke out and went super crazy. News coming on up here to this 645, but it doesn't have a catalyst, so no reasoning behind that one. SOXL. NVIDIA popping back up here. Okay, NVIDIA looking a lot better. Can it start to hold these levels here of the 112.91 though? The SPY also starting to hold up as well. So let's look at the SPY as well here. So this is, it's starting to hold up, but it's not really, it's got to really pull back above these 540, 548.50s and hold this and start getting back over the 48.69s for me to really be like, oh yeah, NVIDIA is probably gonna do what it needs to do, you know. NVIDIA, huge pullback up in here. That is a huge candle of pullback right there. Still has not closed this candle. But yeah, NVIDIA is definitely going to be on the watch. It's tested both sides. It did a hard test of the ATR lows. And I just want to see if it's going to actually continue to hold over these. ATR lows for today, full bearish is under the 1184. But where the idea starts is under the 112.37, which it is 20 cents away from. All right. AMD. What you got going on over here? Up 8%, but just not making that motion. Not rocking the boat like we like. Tesla is up 3%, but I don't even know if it has any catalyst on the day. Let's see what you got. Second quarter, that was on July 23rd, a couple days ago. No new recent news there. Noose went into a halt after it broke over this 652 level, went into a halt up here, but like I said, no catalyst, so that's going to be a hard one to trade. NVIDIA looks like it's flipping sides. Looks like it's flipping sides a little bit. SPY still hasn't made a decision to go up higher, so I'm not trusting the SPY right now. The SPY is just, come on now, you got to get on up there. If the SPY can break over, maybe like break and hold 548, like 548.75 to 549, I'd be like, oh, that's pretty bullish. Let's play with that. But for right now, it's like, man, I don't know about that. Oh, I got to get out of here to my morning meeting. Just seen that, man. My schedule, I got to start scheduling better, I guess. But anyway, that is what I'm looking at on the morning. Definitely NVIDIA looking bullish in here. Big, huge pullback coming back up here to the top. And that was the first 15-minute candle about to close. It looks very good as far as trying to, oh, wow, SPY pulled up heavy. Okay, so SPY pulled above that 48.75 that I was just talking about. And this is looking very good for a bullish play to continue higher. But holding up here, ATR high is the 1396, which is at right now. And it's got to close this candle bullish, and it's looking real bullish right now. But yeah, I got to get out of here. Got to get to the meeting. I will update you guys in a little bit. I'll probably be trading NVIDIA today. But yeah, that's it for today. And as always, keep your head on a swivel. I'm letting those first, oh wow, it just popped through. I'm letting those first couple of minutes play out and looking to attack NVIDIA on today if it can hold up. And as always, again, I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't work too hard. No, I'm just playing. Work as hard as you want. But yeah, I will be back on Friday streaming. If you enjoy the content, definitely hit the like button and subscribe. And that's it. Yeah, I need to get this meeting. All right. Bye-bye, y'all. Peace.